Super Street the game, more gameplay footage. Yes, welcome back to the channel, fellas, welcome back to the channel, fellettes. So obviously last week I put out a video showing the latest trailer for Super Street the game. Now after putting that video out, I did watch and read a lot of the comments as they started to filter through, and I think it's pretty fair to say there were some overriding concerns in relation to the game's physics. A lot of you were complaining about the actual physics and handling model itself, and there was a chunk of you that were also complaining that there was just far too much CGI in the trailer and there wasn't a real or true enough representation of what you could expect from the game. Now, as I mentioned previously, I'm actually in constant contact with the guys over at Super Street, and they decided to hit me up. Before we get into the gameplay footage, I'm just going to take a few moments to read out a small portion of the email just to give you some context as to what's going on and the nature of the discussion. Hi Born, thanks for creating another honest video on the last gameplay. We've read the feedback and tried to do as much with it as we can. As always, we read all the comments and notice that there are a lot of requests from the community to see more of the physics of the cars. That's why we decided to create a custom physics video for you and your followers. This video shows raw footage straight out of the game, so no crazy effects, no CGI or anything like that, just honest and pure driving in some of our free roaming environments. We hope it gives a better insight on how the different cars handle and hopefully give a good impression of the physics. As we explained before, with Super Street the game, we aim to bring back classic arcade racing, but still bring some realism to the driving. We wanted to make sure that the community knows that we listen and we take their feedback seriously.
Make your purchase now.
Alright then, there we have it, another trailer for Super Street the game. Right now, before we go into it in more detail, I just want to touch back on the email and focus on the last part of how it ended off. So it reads, as we explained before, with Super Street the game, we aim to bring back classic arcade racing. Now the most important word in that sentence is classic, not arcade racing, classic arcade racing. Now when you throw the word classic in front of the term arcade racing, what you're talking about are games from the era of Need for Speed Underground, Midnight Club series, Juiced. Now if you focus more so on Juiced and Midnight Club, the handling model in those two games was very exaggerated, very over the top, extreme power slides at just the flick of a joystick or D-pad back in those days. Cars spinning out for sometimes stupid reason, lunacy on the road, cartoonish like physics wherever you go, insane amounts of NOS, but with a very heavy focus on customization. Think about it, Midnight Club, Juiced, the old Underground games, they all used real manufacturer parts. And that is basically the premise that Super Street is trying to build itself off of. Reason why I'm explaining this is because this is how the game was actually supposed to be. And I think there's a lot of people who are looking at games like Forza Horizon, and obviously you're looking at a completely different type of physics there, almost semi-realistic for an arcade racer anyway, and then basically wanting Super Street to go down a path upon which it was never supposed to go down in the first place. From the very beginning they did say it was supposed to be a throwback game, a throwback of classic arcade racing. Now this is not me trying to make you like the physics, this is not me defending, this is me basically giving you an insight, if you didn't know, about the background of the actual game itself. I have my own concerns, I've already mentioned this in a previous video. My concerns are the price point. I just feel like the price point could be this game's stumbling block. I mean, obviously there's not going to be any microtransactions, which is good, and the DLC is going to be free as well, which is also great, but still, if you ask people to pay 50 odd bucks for this whilst Forza Horizon's coming out, things could get pretty difficult pretty damn quickly. The second concern that I've got is from a graphical standpoint. Now, Super Street, once again, I know you're watching this and I know you listen to what I say, so I'm addressing you publicly, out of the goodness of my heart, obviously. I do hope that you follow the example set by Ivory Tower with the Crew 1. Now, as you saw with the Crew 1, graphically when it came out, it wasn't really up to par. It wasn't good at all. And over time, they worked on it, they improved it. In fact, they've done a complete overhaul of the whole in-game graphics system and brought it up to a respectable level. I'm hoping that you guys have got the resources to be able to do this post-launch. Obviously, it's not something that you're going to be able to do within a few weeks or maybe even a few months. It could take potentially a year, maybe more, who knows. But I'm hoping that that's the type of development you're going to be putting in, because from a graphical standpoint, the game does look like it's a little bit lacking at this present moment in time. But anyway, those are my thoughts. I just thought I'd put them out for you guys. I know that sometimes when you get news and information from people who are actually in contact with guys on the inside, it's very easy as viewers to just assume that we're going to defend the game or be massively biased to protect our interests and stuff like that. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not like that. You guys know me. I speak my mind, I speak honestly, and I do it for the good, for the greater good at all times. So as always, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let Super Street know what your thoughts are in the comments, most importantly, because they are reading, they are watching. If it's your first time around here, I wish you a warm welcome. I will see you when the next video comes out. Take it easy. Peace.